In this lecture, I am going to try and give you some advice on some things you could follow to set up comparisons in C++20. And we have seen a lot of tools we can use to set up comparisons for our C++ types. So here is my advice. If you want to only do equality, for example, you want to know if something is equal to another thing, and you don't care about the greater than, less than operators, you can just set up equality in your program. And if default member-wise comparison is okay for you, you don't really need to implement anything. You can default the equality operator, and the compiler is going to do member-wise comparison. And this is what we say here. If you want equality and default member-wise lexicographical comparison is okay for your design, then you can default the equals operator, and the compiler is going to give you a free not equals operator that you can use in your program, and this is really cool. But if default member-wise comparison is not going to work for you, for example, we saw that for our point class, we needed to compare based on the length and not based on the values we have in each member variable. We needed to set up our own equality operator, and this is a case where we might need to do that. So if you want a custom equals operator, then you can set up your own non-default equals operator, and the compiler is going to use that to generate a not equals operator that you can use in your C++ program. If on top of equals you also need greater than, less than, greater or equal, and less or equal, then you will need to bring in the three-way comparison operator. And again, if you need member-wise comparison, you don't really need to do too much work. You can default the three-way comparison operator, and the compiler is going to generate all the other operators you need. It is even going to give you a free equals operator that can in turn be used to set up a not equals operator. So this is really the best you can get from the compiler if you want all the operators and a default member-wise comparison is okay for you. You can do this. But again, if the default member-wise comparison is not working for you, you will need to set up your own three-way comparison operator. That's what we say here. And if you do your own three-way comparison operator, the compiler is not going to give you a free equals operator. You will need to put that in place yourself. But once you put an equals operator in place, the compiler is going to use that to give you a not equals operator. And this is really cool. And in all these things, implicit conversions are going to be supported directly. The compiler will do the work necessary to flip operands around and flip the comparison operators to really make your logic work, even if you implemented your three-way comparison operator as a member. In most cases, that's what you are going to do. Here is a simple visualization I tried to come up with to help you decide what kind of comparison operators you can support in your program. If you want default equality, then you need to put in a default equals operator. The compiler is going to give you a not equals operator. If you want custom equality, then you need to do a custom equals operator. The compiler is going to give you a not equals operator. If you want default ordering, and by this I mean the operators greater than, greater or equal, less than, less or equal, you will need to put in a three-way comparison operator. But this is going to work if you want member-wise comparison, which is default ordering here. So you can put in a three-way comparison operator, and the compiler is going to give you all the operators you need. It's even going to generate an equals operator, which in turn can be used to deduce the not equals operator. If you want custom ordering, and in this we mean you need your own way to compare using the greater than, less than, greater or equal, and less or equal, then you will need to do your own three-way comparison operator. And if you do your own three-way comparison operator, the compiler is not going to give you a free equals operator. You will need to do that yourself. And once you put all these in, you will have all the operators you can play with your program. And if you have a setup that allows implicit conversions, the compiler is going to kick in and flip things around to really make implicit conversions work for your comparison operators. And this is really cool. This is really all I had to share in this chapter, so we are going to stop here. And in the next lecture, we're going to try and recap what we saw in this chapter. So go ahead and finish up here and meet me there.